Okay, so the nacelles had some time to dry, and we're ready to move on. There's a couple of pieces that we have to put on, like the chiller or the cooler pipes, and we're going to paint this as well as doing the decals. So let's check out the parts that need to go on. There's not many, but there are 3 on each one. 16, 15, and 14, and they're the same on both sides. So let's get those parts ready. And I think that those are right there. So 15 is going to go on the inside right here on both sides. So let's get the 15s. That would be these. So this part is going to go in the front. So why don't we see, you can see where they can go right into the little areas where they have to go into. So I need to make the holes a little bit larger because of the paint. On the same token, we got to make sure we don't mess up any of the wiring on the inside. Okay. That's better. So I'm going to glue that in place, and then we'll trim it off. A couple of things that need to be trimmed off. Okay, we got this one on. And let's do the other side. All right, those look good. So we need 16. So we're going to take these off. Man, it was a tiny. All right, and now we need parts 14. All right, I'm gonna glue all this stuff into position right now. All right. So these are glued, and what I think I want to do now is we can think about painting the end nacelle caps. All right, so we're not going to need a lot. We're going to need just enough to kind of accentuate the little circle in the middle of the back, just to show that there is a grid back there. So let's take a tiny bit. All right, hopefully you guys can see that. I know it's very tiny. Maybe to do a before and after. So, and hopefully we'll be able to see the blue. All right, see how the blue is just showing enough in the back. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. All right, put that aside to dry now. Okay, so I had some time to dry. The glue's dried and the paint dried. I know it's so tiny. I think what we could think about doing now, we'll go ahead and we can actually put the decals on. So when it comes to the decals, let's put all this stuff aside now. We got the decal guide is on the side of the box. And we can see the underneath, the top, and we have the sides. So let's get all the decals together. Incidentally, I was going to repaint the base. I painted the base black, but you see how there's some of the overspray from the silver? I think I actually like that. I think I'm going to leave it like that. You see the, let's see, those are 70 and 71. These are going to go on the side of the nacelles. And let's see, these are 53, 54, 55. We'll do the starboard side nacelle first. So let's do the starboard side nacelle. Let's put the port one aside for a minute. And we also have the decal for the nacelle pylon. But I'm thinking we should do that later on when these are on the secondary hull. Let's just do the nacelle. So here's 56 and 57. So we're going to need one of each. So that's going to go right there. So let's start with this one. And this one is 55. And this one's going to go on the bottom. There. Alright, so all that's left is we got to put that iconic NCC 1701. It's going to go right on the side. It kind of brings it right out when you put that on. Okay. And we've got these. There. And now what we got to do is we got to put the iconic NCC 1701 on the side. There's something about putting those registry markings on that stripe that just really makes it come out. Okay, so those are the decals. I'm going to hold off on doing the nacelle pylons. I'm going to do those when they're on the secondary hull. That way there we won't worry about damaging them. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to get the micro saw ready. When that dries, it's going to actually cling all the decals to the plastic. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other side. There. All right, and again, we'll let this dry. And when it's dry, all of the decals are going to kind of form fit and shrink wrap to the plastic. So let me actually put that over here for now. And I'll show you what it looks like when they're dry. Okay, so the micro sole had some time to dry. And I know it's really tiny, guys, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. The Aztecing. You can see the registry markings, or I hope you can. And the other one, like I said, what's nice about the micro sole is that it actually shrinks the decals, and what it does is it actually form and fits it to the plastic, so it actually looks like it was painted on. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to light these up. So let's take a look. You can see the, like I said, we're going to do the pylons later on when it's on a secondary hull, just so the decals don't get damaged. You can see the Bussard collector. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see the Aztecing or not, because it's really small. And again, it keeps going off. But that is the starboard side nacelle. And we'll take a look at the port side nacelle. And hopefully you can see the Aztecing. So my friends, thank you for watching. And we're going to be moving on. I'm actually going to do the secondary hull. and then we'll think about putting the ship together. The secondary hull, we'll put the primary hull on, and we'll add the nacelles, and she'll start to really come together. But till my next video, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.